The retirement crisis is on hold again. So, for anyone with two eyes to see, the data is in front of your big fat face. It cannot be denied. It just can't be. So if you're promoting the retirement crisis, you're ignorant or you're lying. One of those two things. Ignorant means you just don't know or you're lying. It's unacceptable for academics to be ignorant. The whole reason why you're an academic is because you're not ignorant. You're of knowledge. Anyway, so I come across my Facebook feed today, and the Visual Capitalist, who I like, put this out there. America's financial well-being. I said, that's interesting. But I always like to know from where these graphs come from, because you can manipulate graphs to your blue in the face. So it came from Voronoi. I don't know what Voronoi is. I'm not sure if I pronounced it correctly. If a caveman like me can't pronounce your name, you're probably wrong, actually. Voronoi. Hey, whatever it is. Who has savings in this economy? So there's obviously they poll people, and it looks good, but I like, who do they poll? And then we go down right here. National Endowment for Financial Education is a legit group, and they polled 1,222 people from the National Opinion Research Center at the University of Chicago. So it's legit. It's not just they pulled an internet off freaking, I don't know, Granny's cookies or something like that. They said, all right, we're going to poll and do a legitimate poll. All right. Now, again, polling, you can have issues with polling. Look, I used to be a poller. I used to call, one of my jobs when I was finishing up college was go down in D.C. and call people in Utah to poll about their thoughts on Robert Bennett, who was I think he was the challenger back then. I can't remember. He was running for Senate, who won. And then I think Bennett got beat by Mike Lee, actually, which is good because Robert Bennett turned out to be a clown. But anyway, so I remember calling. So it really is depend on your tone of voice, the questions you're asking. I mean, it's not a science, man, I tell you, but it's of interest anyway. So we got 1,222 people, and they interviewed between the ages of 18 and over in the U.S. So half of them aren't even legal, that's for sure. And they said, okay, how's your financial well-being? And they said, I have money left over at the end of the month. Blue is a good thing. Yellow is middle of the road, and red is bad. So if you're red, you rarely or never have money left over at the end of the month. The age range, 18 to 29, about as the least have always or often have money left over at the end of the month. The most people, 18 to 29, don't have money left over at the end of the month. All right? But then you start going down, 30 to 44 people. More people have money at the end of the month, and less people have less money at the end of the month. 45 to 59. More people have money at the end of the month, and right about the same people have less money at the end of the month. Then you go to here, 60 plus. Half the people have money left over at the end of the month. 28% have sometimes money left over at the end of the month, and 23% rarely or never. This would be the category you say, oh, those are financially insecure. Rarely or never do they have money left over at the end of the month. Now, mind you, this isn't always they have money left over at the end of the month, and this isn't never they have money left over at the end of the month. But you can see this growth of people who have money left over at the end of the month as you age. So if you're 30 to 49 to 18 to 29, that's probably when you're starting your family. You still got student loans, you got to buy a car, you're buying a house, you got kids, and then when you hit 60 and above, that's when your family's out. You no longer have a mortgage, you no longer have student loans. Your kids are out, and all of a sudden you have more money at the end of the month. Crazy. And if you got, I hate this right here though, a bachelor or higher degree. This is so misleading because they're throwing doctors, like literally medical doctors in with a guy who's got a bachelor's degree in communication. But anyway, if you have a bachelor or higher, and it's completely biased. Hold on a second. No. Completely biased and basically putting all people in a category. Said, if you have a bachelor's degree, look, 60% of you have money left over at the end of the month and only 20% don't. But again, they're using, I can guarantee that 20% are going to be communications majors, political science majors, journalism majors, history majors, whatnot. And then no high school diploma. You'll say, look, 56% of the people without a high school diploma don't have money left over at the end of the month. Right. Because the vast majority of those people most likely are on welfare of some form. That's just a fact. Anyway, so this, again, as we get older, this is a real life poll among real life people. And as we get older, we have more money left at the end of the month. And if you're 60 plus, inherently, those are the people in retirement, they have more money left at the end of the month. what they would have you believe is the exact opposite. That this would be the people in these ranges have more money at the end of the month than the people who are retired don't. It's just the opposite, dude. It's so just the retirement fear mongers can just go pound sand. They really tick me off. All right. Love your thoughts. God bless. And don't forget to subscribe and give me a thumbs up. We'll see ya.